Hello to all my beautiful friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, this video is my 5 tips to beat hyperinflation. I thought I have something to say on this subject, so I'm going to say it. They say the hyperinflation is transitory, and I have a theory on this. This is a marketing technique. Say they want to raise your price of groceries 20%, they'll raise the price really high, and then when they lower it back to 20%, people will accept that. So we have transitory inflation. Most likely, it's really nice out here today. Most likely it will be around 20%, unless it goes out of control, in which case these tips will really help. Okay, these tips are not in any particular order, and these are things that have worked for me my whole entire life. Number 1, cut consumption drastically. Do not rush out and spend your money in anticipation of the hyperinflation. The thing that is going to help you most is financial stability and cash money. So you want to cut your consumption drastically. Don't spend. Buy a little bit of stuff that you need, but other than that, don't spend any money. When I was a stylist, I would buy beauty supplies at a constant rate, and it wasn't too high, and I always had plenty of beauty supplies. Whereas my counterparts, when they got money, would spend a lot on supplies, thus reducing the big week's profits. Go as long as possible before spending. So this is back to cut consumption, cut spending, don't spend. So, and also, just don't load up on things. Just buy enough to get yourself, you can do it by the day. I do that a lot. Just buy enough. Don't overbuy. Basically, keep yourself as strong and fit financially as you possibly can. Cut consumption. Number 2, some things you can't try to hold those expenses to a constant. Like I buy $5 of gas a day. That is $35 per week. That is $70 per 2 weeks. That is $140 per month. I try to hold that constant. Okay, utilities, where am I? I am in my dirty car. It is not costing me a penny. It is causing me some aggravation. But I want to say something. Okay, I was a slob, and I had my Coke cups in the car, and I'm planting seeds in them, yes. Okay, hold your utilities constant. Like I wash in the middle of the night because it's cheaper. But mainly, I'm watching my utilities like a hawk. One of the followers made a good comment, keep all your plugs unplugged. So we're looking for expenses that we can't necessarily stop, but we can try to keep them constant. Don't let them get higher, because where the inflation gets you is you're spending more for the same amount of utilities or gas. So what that means is you're really cutting the consumption because your item costs more, but you're keeping that item constant. Okay, number 3, find cheaper alternatives now to everything. Tea is cheaper than soda pop, but some of us, this is 75 cents. This is a cheaper alternative. I drink this during the day, but at night, this is a cheaper alternative. And a lot of times I drink tea. Cheaper everything, okay? I have cheaper bread. I bought 2 of these at Walmart for 84 cents. Now, what I plan on doing with that bread, on half, I bought 2. But on one of the loaves of bread, on half of the bread, There's 22 pieces, so that's going to make 11 sandwiches. One half is going to be peanut butter and jam, and I just slide it back into the bread thing. And the other one, you know, I bought all that good cheese, is I'm making up the grilled cheese sandwiches in advance. So I put bread, just plain bread. I put my good cheese, that was $5. Oh, this was a good one. Someone reported on YouTube, 4 chicken wings for $6, or such a deal, 9 chicken wings for $8. Okay, this is ridiculous, but a chicken only has two wings. So I'm rejecting this. I'm going to a cheaper alternative, which is chicken legs. I'm getting ready to head over to the Walmart where I get the $5 bags, and I'll probably get 2. Marked down meat and cheese. Okay, so I thought I will do research on this chicken wing thing. There is no chicken wings. What is so great about chicken? You know what though is really good? Chicken wings barbecued with butter and that garlic, salt, and parsley. I was gonna make that, but I can't find any chicken wings. All right, less meat is cheaper. I've been eating some cheap ass food, you guys. I wasn't suffering that much, but I've just about had enough of that cheap ass food. Tonight I might have some tasty chicken legs that I bought in a package for $5 at Walmart. I'm probably gonna put butter and garlic salt. Don't rush out and buy 10 years worth of clothes immediately, but make a point. Like this coat, I bought this thing 5 years ago for a couple dollars, you know, marked down. So I will be looking for used clothes for the next 10 years. Shoes, it's, you know, whatever I can find. Okay, that was 3. 4, stability is the key. Okay, I told you guys I was a hairstylist, and people used to say everything about me. I cheated, I gave myself unfair advantages, and I was lucky. Those were the main things. And I was a bitch, which I thought was rude. Most of the people that called me a bitch were actually bitches. Nice women don't call other women, you know what I'm saying? Stability is the key. And most of the time that has to do with money. So go through every area of your life and check for stability. Your car, my car's paid for. Your credit cards, get them under control little by little. Usually most people charge little by little. So go through your cars and get yourself stable. If they're out of control, don't close them all down and, you know, do the gazelle thing. Select one card, a low balance card if possible, like a $500 card, and just use that one and pay them off one by one. That's stable and it looks good. You know, you think one of the ladies told me, the thing about Chase is we have the most advanced computer systems. I thought, yeah, that is true. Okay, go take a look at your income. Now, me, I always had 3 jobs, at least. And so that is not cheating. That is working harder. But now if I was a hairstylist, I would work for nobody but myself. But, so I have my ex-husband's retirement. He's deceased. He doesn't need it anymore. I have swap meet that I can and will do when the coast is clear. eBay, SD, and Depop I will add. And YouTube. So, and I will be adding more as soon as I dream them up. Okay, and then, you know, so go through your car is paid for, your cards, is everything stable? Stability is the key. That way, when something, things are expensive. Like I had a $500 plumbing thing, and I thought, God, that's kind of high. Well, when they got in there, I thought, well, it's kind of fair. And this is a note. Remember those stimulus checks? I bought my son's bonus room a roof. So now if it rains, okay, I'll tell you one. The owner wants his apartment back. I left in 3 days. Stability is the key. Okay, so now, number 5. Number 5, where am I? Okay. We're looking, number 5, cash reserves. It's reserves. You have reserves of cash. The best way is just save a little all the time. Gas reserves. Make sure you have plenty of gas. Food reserves. You have a reserve of food. And I'm looking into a solar generator, which would give me a reserve of energy. Okay, now this is like for drastic cases. You can turn the utilities off at the breaker switch and just use the kitchen with the refrigerator. Everything was off. I had a neighbor in the real crappy apartments I lived in where the owner wanted his apartment back. Where I live now is nice, you guys. I am so glad they did that. I would still be there. He would turn his breakers off. You know, he was an Uber driver, and all day long he would turn his breaker switches off except for the refrigerator. And at night, you know, he was working and he was sleeping, and his utilities was $8. I had one neighbor. I lived in a bad neighborhood a lot. And their lights were Christmas lights. Don't knock it. It's better than getting your utilities turned off. Okay, now I have a bonus tip for you guys. Bonus tip. Be willing to evolve and adjust. So like when I'm living in my car all day long, here's one of my little watches. I have them all over the place. This is actually a cute little watch, but I want to show you something. Some rat stole the crown, which was probably the cutest thing of the whole watch. I'm not selling this watch. I probably bought this. I have stuff all over. I probably bought that stuff in bulk. Be willing to evolve. So I'm in my car. I'm beating the utilities. I'm getting out of the house. It seems that they want us to be eating less meat. I go, okay, well, I'll be eating some peanut butter sandwiches and some grilled cheese sandwiches. Also, quesadillas or cheese. Those are good. Less energy. It seems that they want us to be using less energy, so it's advantageous for us to be consuming less energy. And in the end, you know, when we